Sometimes the most brilliant pieces of technology are hiding in plain sight, so well hidden, in fact, that we've completely forgotten they even exist. Today, we're diving into one of those secrets. Let's solve the case of the self-cleaning doorknob. So it all kicks off with a really simple question. I want you to think about any old building you've ever been in, a historic home, an old library. What were the doorknobs, the handrails, the fixtures made of? Almost always, they were brass. Now, why is that? Was it just a style choice, or did our ancestors know something we've kind of forgotten? For decades now, we've been systematically ripping out all that old brass. And you can see why. On one hand, you've got antique brass. It's got that warm, classic character. But yeah, it tarnishes. On the other hand, you've got modern stainless steel. It's sleek, it's shiny, it's basically the poster child for contemporary clean. The choice seems obvious, right? In the battle of looks, steel won, hands down. But this is where our story really gets interesting. This isn't just about design. It's a tale of two doorknobs, and it turns out there's a whole lot more going on beneath the surface. So, did we really trade in all that beautiful old brass just because it went out of style? Or was there maybe a deeper, hidden function that we completely overlooked in our rush to embrace everything shiny and new? Well, the answer to that second question is a huge, resounding yes. Okay, stick with me here, because the secret lies in a really fascinating scientific principle. It's called the oligodynamic effect. Now, I know it sounds super complicated, but the idea behind it is incredibly powerful. And it is the absolute key to solving our doorknob mystery. So what on earth is it? Well, to put it simply, the oligodynamic effect is just the natural ability of certain metals, like the copper that's in brass, to kill germs on contact. Yep, these metals are naturally antimicrobial. They don't need any special coatings, they don't need disinfectants, they're just natural-born germ killers. So try to picture this. The surface of a brass doorknob isn't just this smooth, passive thing. No way. It's more like a microscopic minefield for any bacteria or virus that dares to land on it. It's an active, totally hostile environment for germs. And here's the play-by-play of how it works. First, the copper in the brass releases these charged particles called ions. Think of them like tiny little assassins that just swarm any microbe on the surface. Next, they punch holes in the microbe's outer wall, its membrane, causing it to leak and basically fall apart. And finally, the cell just ruptures and the microbe is toast. Boom. Game over. All right, so that's the theory. But how does it actually stack up in a real head-to-head battle? Let's look at the hard data when we pit metal against microbe. And honestly, the evidence is pretty jaw-dropping. Check this out. On a brass surface, harmful bacteria are completely wiped out in under 8 hours. But on stainless steel, the stuff we think is so clean, those exact same germs can survive for more than 72 hours. We're talking 3 full days. Yeah, just let that sink in for a second. Less than 8 hours. A brass doorknob effectively sterilizes itself over the course of a single workday, or even overnight. No chemicals, no cleaning crew required. It literally cleans itself. So here's the bottom line, the really crucial takeaway. That shiny steel surface we all associate with being super hygienic, it's actually a 5-star hotel for germs, where they can hang out for days. Meanwhile, that old-fashioned brass we got rid of, it's a surprisingly effective germ-killing machine. And look, this isn't just some fun historical factoid. Understanding this has huge implications for public health, especially right now. This is why this matters today. I mean, just think about all the high-touch surfaces in our lives. In hospitals, where preventing infection is absolutely critical. On public transit, where millions of people are touching the same poles and handrails every day. In our schools, our offices, even our own homes. We are surrounded by surfaces that could be working for us, but instead, they're working against us. And that really brings us to the central, kind of crazy irony of this whole thing. In our quest for that modern, clean aesthetic, we made a trade. We swapped a naturally self-sanitizing material for one that acts as a safe haven for pathogens. We prioritized the look of clean over the reality of it. So the next time you grab a shiny stainless steel handle, maybe just ask yourself this. Is our obsession with shiny and new actually making us less safe? It's definitely something to think about.